All right. So now, as the workshop is about to MS Excel, and this is the basically related for the only for the beginners. Now, as I have discussed in the previous class, that this is only for just the basic about the MS Excel. Here I have mentioned the workbook. What is the workbook? Workbook basically in which I am moving the cursor right now. So this is your workshop workbook basically, and the worksheet is your this part. This is your worksheet in on which you basically record the data, and you just put the data. Now the maximum limit of worksheet you may add in a particular file, that is 255. Number of rows, this is your rows, and number of rows are the 10,48,567, and number of columns 16,384. So this is just basic about the MS Excel. Now moving towards the next sheet. Here I have mentioned some names. So the names which I have mentioned is not in the proper form. Like the name should be like this. If I type here this one. So but we don't have the names in this order which I have typed right now. Now to get the names in that order, firstly here we can see there is a additional space between the names, like first name and the second name. So now what we want to do here, we want to trim the space, to remove the space like this one. So how to remove the space? We use the trim command, and if we use any formula in the Excel, that is start from equal sign. So I typed here equals. Now I type trim bracket start, select the cell on which you want to apply the formula, bracket close, and enter. Now here you may see the name is in proper form like this, Crystal Wins. Now if I drag the formula till the end, I have got all the names in the proper sequence. All right. Now the next is proper, which I will let you know later. First we use the upper part. Now upper is what? Upper basically if we want the data or any character in the capital letter. Again we use the upper formula by equal sign up equals upper bracket start, select the cell or select this cell. Okay, and bracket close and press enter. Now as soon as I press the enter, I will get the text in the capital letter, and then I drag it to get all the data in the capital letter. Now if we want the data in the smaller letter, we use the lower command. Again equals lower, lower bracket start, Crystal Wins, select your cell or this cell, bracket close, and enter. So here you may see the data has been converted into the smallest letter. Now if I want to calculate the length of the particular cell, length you may call the number of characters involved in a cell. So here before using the formula, I manually calculate the length. So see in the first cell 1 2 3 4 5 6 seven letters are in the first name, and five in the second, and one is space. So total length is the 13. So if I use the formula len, the len, select the cell, bracket close, and enter. Now I have got the 30, which is absolutely correct. Now drag the formula in the entire column or the table, and you may get the all these length including the space. Now left command is basically for if you want the left character. Suppose in the first name I want the first three letters CRY, or first four letters CRYS. So we use the left command equals left, left, select the cell, any cell on which you want to apply the formula, and comma. Then they are asking number of characters, how many characters you want from the left. So here I want the 4 character, let's say, bracket close, press enter. So here I have got the 4 character, that is CRYS. Now in the second formula, suppose here for the Rick, I want I am using the same formula. Select the cell, sorry, here I have used the length formula. Now I use the left bracket start, select the text, comma, number of characters. So number of characters they are asking. Again, if I type here one character, just hold for a second. Okay, now here I want only one character, that is R. I type here one, bracket close, and press enter. So here I have got the only one character. So here if you drag the formula, you will get all these only one character, because I have dragged the formula for the one character only. Now the right is just opposite of the left. So here if I want the characters from the right, I use the right formula. I type right, bracket start, select the cell or text on which you want to apply, comma, again they are asking the number of characters. Number of character, let's say how many characters you want from the right one. So from the right I want only 3 characters. So comma, I typed here 3, bracket close, and press enter key. So here I have got the NCE, that is the 3, these are the 3 characters from right one. I drag the formula. If you don't want to drag the formula, like you have the number of data, suppose 100 to 500 data, so just double click on the if you got the plus sign, doctor sign, you may see, and double click, and you will get the entire data by double click. Now the next is your mid. Mid is what? If you want the middle characters, here I have got the left characters, right characters, but what about mid? So if you want the middle characters, we use the mid. Little bit complicated, but it's too easy. So here again I start the formula with equal sign, type mid, bracket start. They are asking for the okay, now they are asking for the text. So this is the text. Start number, on which number, like 1 2 3. Suppose I want YSTA. These are the 4 characters in the mid of the any character, any name. So the Y starts from the third one, so I type here third because they are asking for the start number. So from the Y I type 3, comma, now they are asking number of characters, how many characters you want from the 3. So from the 3, that means from the Y I want YSTA, that means 4 characters. So again I type here 4, bracket close, and I have got the right answer, that is YSTA, which is absolutely correct. Now if I drag the formula to the entire range, I got the same. See, if you notice that here in the fourth row, you got that name is A space WA. So what is this basically? Because I applied the formula on the third character. Third character in this cell is A, and from the third up to fourth character. Fourth is what? WAL. But Excel also counts the space as a character, as a value. So here the value or the output we got including the space. So the total character here is 4 including space. Now the next and the very smart formula of the Excel is concatenate. Concatenate is basically used for if you want to club the name. Suppose we have the name, first name in the first column and the last name in the second column, and now I want the whole name in a only one cell or in a column. So how do we get that? Suppose here I have typed the Raj, and the second name, or we can say the last name, is Malhotra. So now I want the whole name in a one cell. Raj Malhotra is the whole name, is the complete name. So now I want the Raj Malhotra is in the this cell. So for this I use the concatenate formula. Concatenate again starts with the equals, type concatenate. Here it is. They are asking for the text one is what? Text one is R Raj, comma. Now they are asking for the text 2 is what? Malhotra. So here I have selected the two text, bracket closed, and press enter. Now I have got the Raj Malhotra here. Now if you notice, the Raj Malhotra is like seeing as a is as a whole name. There is no space between the Raj and Malhotra. All right. So if you want the space between the first name and the last name, like this one. So how do we get that? Again, I have to edit the formula by pressing F2 key. As soon as I press the F2, the formula is open. Now here the first name I have selected the L2 space. They are asking for the text 2. Text 2 is Malhotra, but before putting the text 2, I need a space there. So for the space I use double inverted comma there. Double inverted comma, you can say the inverted comma start and close the inverted comma, and then press comma, and now they are asking for the text 3. Text 3 is what? Text 3 again Malhotra. For the Excel, again I am telling you, space is also a text. So now the total text or total characters in this cell is Raj space and Malhotra. So total 3 characters, bracket close, and now enter. All right. So here I have not include the space between the inverted commas. Now you have got the Raj space Malhotra. You have to put the space between the inverted commas. All right. So if I drag the formula, I get nothing because the formula is applied here in this cell and in this cell. So if I drag the formula, the formula is fetch the data from the selected region only, but the selected region is empty. But if I type here the name, suppose I typing the ABC as a first name and XYZ as a second as a last name. So here I have got the complete name, ABC space XYZ. So I hope the text, using the text, how to manage the text basically in the Excel, you all have got clear about the this particular formulas. Now the next topic is all about your sorting the data. See, if you import it and if you have the data in your Excel sheet, but if you don't know how to sort the data according your requirement, according your need, so it is very difficult to justify, and it is also very difficult to manage the data. So here in the data sorting, I will clear the topic about the numbers, text, date, multi-column sorting, and color sort. So in the numbers, see, firstly I have mentioned the time. Here smallest to largest. If I use the formula and if I want to change the formula, like, just hold for a second. All right. Now if I want the data in the largest to smallest sequence, this is in the smallest to largest, but I want the largest to smallest. So what I need to do here, I will go to the just okay. All right, go to your home tab, and here is the option sort and filter. So if you click on the tab sort and filter, you will get the list. Here sort smallest to largest, largest to smallest. Here I have selected the data on which I want the sort, and I want to sort the data according to the largest to smallest. So as I click on the largest to smallest, I have get the data according to the formula. So 9.2, 8.9, 4.5 is the largest to smallest. Again, if I want to convert the data in the smallest to largest form, I again go to the home tab and click on the filter and sort tab, and here is the option of smallest to largest. So if I click on this, again the data has been converted into smallest to largest. Now This is the time, basically largest to smallest is here. I have mentioned the sales figure. Now if you want to again sort the formula according to the this one, so largest to smallest, smallest to largest, you can sort anything. Okay, now here I have applied the formula on a single column, you can say. Now if we have the multi columns like this one, salesman and sales are mentioned here: Ram, Robert, Rita, Rajesh, Ryan and Raj, and the sales of all these salesmen is given here. Okay, now if I here I want the to sort the data smallest to largest or largest to smallest. So if I apply the formula on the sales column, firstly I have to select the sales column, go to again the same option and select the largest to smallest. So before applying or before clicking, just remember the first salesman is Ram. But here if I select the formula, if I use the particular feature largest to smallest, so here the dialog box or the warning option is they are asking the if you want to expand the selection, like you have selected the in only this column, but if the data is sorted, your entire table has been disturbed. All right, so if you want to expand the selection, like as per the this column you want to sort also this, so click select expand the selection and click the sort. So here the first person now Raj, because the sale of the Raj is 90,000 and Ram is the smallest record person is earning the only 12,442. So now Ram is in bottom list. Okay, now if you want to sort the date, so date again sort according to the same option, newest to oldest, oldest to newest. Okay, so here I want the oldest to newest, again that already it is in the oldest to newest, and now I want the newest to oldest. I select newest to oldest and the date has been converted into newest to oldest. The first is 2019, then 14 8, so newest to oldest, oldest is 2003. All right, now this is your basic sorting which I have done right now. Now what about the multi sorting or colored sort by color? Basically if you have the very big data, it's a huge data of any company and you have applied the conditional formatting there. Conditional formatting like something applied formatting based on some conditions. So now if I want the sorting as per our color, here I have mentioned the Rayan as a red color for any reason. All right, now I want the red color on the bottom. So what I need to do, I will select the data, go to the data tab. Here it is the option sort, so select the sort. All right, just cross, select the entire column, entire table you may see. Now go to the data tab and select the sort. Here it is. Now if I select the sort, the table has been opened. Now they are asking about the sort name. Sort name is here I have selected the whole table having two column name salesman and sales. So here they are asking on which you want to apply the sort but formula. So now I want to apply on the sales. Now in the next, what they want the cell value you want to sort, cell color, font color or conditional formatting icon. So here I want the cell color. All right, so cell color, there is a again one option has been created. They are asking about the which color you want to sort. So I want the red as a bottom. Here it is already on the top. Now I want on bottom, so I select on bottom and click on OK. So here I have got the Rayan as in bottom. All right, so this is the multicolor sorting. Now here I have selected only one color. Now what about the other colors, or if we have the multicolors in only one table? So again select the table, go to the sort. Here you click on the add label. Add label, if you click on the add label, they are asking about they already, you have already entered the data about the red color, but then by means after the red, on which color you want to, on which color you want sorted. So here again the sales, I select here the cell color, and now red is already done. Now I want the green on what? Green again on bottom, it's already on bottom, so here I want the on top. Click on OK. So now green is on top, red is on bottom. So like you may do this by applying the multicolor format of sorting option. All right. Now, the next is multicolor sorting, means if you have the multicolor in only one column like this. Okay, almost the same previous one, but again I will do this. Select the table, go to the sort, and here select the on which column you want to apply the sort. So here I want to apply the in the ranking. All right, so in the ranking now, by which pattern you want to apply. So here I want to apply by using the color, so I have selected the cell color here, and here is the option. Just hold for a second. Okay. All right, so I cancel it and select only one column, because I have the multicolors only in the single column. All right, go to the your sort. Sorry. Yes, please. Now here I want to again sort as per the ranking. Again as per the ranking, and want to apply on the cell color. So here only green, light green color is appearing, I don't know why. Let me check. Color, I think the data Excel is not fetching the color from the table. Okay, we may leave this. I will let you I will explain this in the last at the end of this workshop. All right, so hope all this sorting have been clear to everyone. I have cleared about the explained about the text and data sorting. Now going to the further topic, that is your freezing. See here the table is having the data almost 24 participants. So but now if but for what if we have the data for the thousands of participants and 2000s of participants? Because if I go to the 24th participant, that is Carl Thomas, and he's working in the production painter, email ID is this, and French, I don't know French is what, and South is of course it is a reason, and this is your something credit card details, but property department is what? So because here I don't have the title, or we can say the title of the table. But if I go to the first, or we can say in the 10th of this particular participant, here I have the first title table, like ID, job title, email address, name, salary, education. So here I can link, I can know the domestic operation is the business. South is what? South is comes under the region. Science is education. All right, but what about if we have the data in the this column or this row particularly? because here the first the first row, or we can say the title row, has been disappeared. Now if we want to fix the first row, that is the title row, so for this I have to put the cursor here in this column. All right, the column, or the, sorry, in this cell, that is A2. Go to view tab and click on the freeze pane. Click on the freeze pane. As soon as you click on the freeze pane, your first row has been freezed now. Let me check. Yeah, it's now. So here in the 24th, again you can see the Carl underscore Thomas is what is the email address. Name is Carl Thomas. This is what, this is the salary. So again, how do we know that? Because I have fixed here the first cell. Like if you want to fix the this column also, so for this column you have to put your cursor in this cell, because in this cell, if you put the cursor in this cell, this first row and this column has been freezed. So let's do that. Again, first you have to unfreeze the older one, unfreeze panes. Now if I want to freeze the this column, that is B column, so I put the cursor in the email address, the first cell, go to freeze pane and select the freeze panes. All right, so now the first row and the second column has been freezed now. So here you can see the first row is freezed, and if you moving towards the second and the first, both columns has been freezed now. All right, so you can do this if you have the number of data in only one table. Like if you are working in your in the college and you want to manage the data of your students or your mentees, so you can do this, like you can do like this. All right, again, if you don't want to freeze, go to the same tab, unfreeze panes. So here if you can check, the column and the row has been unfreezed now. All right, the next option in this is the filter. Now in the table, I don't know how many participants or how many employees are working in the east region, how many employees are working in the west region, because we have the entire data in the table. And for to know the data as per our requirement, we have to use the filter option. Filter is what? Filter is basically, if we apply that this particular feature in the table, Excel uh, converted your entire data in the filtered form, like this one. So first of all, you have to select the first row, your title row, go to the home tab, and there is an option sort and filter, and you will get here the filter option. Click on the filter. So if you click on the filter option, you will get the filtered has been appeared on your first row. All right, so now if I click on the education, suppose, or for an example reason, I click on this, but this checkbox, and here I've got all these regions. Now I deselect all first of all, and now I want how many employees are working in our south region, let's say. So here I have selected the south, click on OK, and now I will get the south region employees. Let's see, here 4 employees are working in the south region, because here I have filtered the data as per the region. Now if I want the how many workers are working in the midwest and south, so I have selected both midwest and south, click on OK, and now you will get the both data for the midwest and as well as south. All right, so here you can filter your data in the existing table. Now I go to the again same option and select all, because I want the complete data right now. But what if you want to change the data, like if you want the data and if you want to paste the data from the different location? Here I have applied the filter on the same table, and now I want the data from the different location. Okay, so in this case we use the advanced filter option. All right, so for using the advanced filter, first of all remove the basic filter option, go to the same tab and again click on the filter. So here the filter option has been removed. Now for using the advanced filter, first of all make sure you have three things. First is your data on which you want to apply the advanced filter. So we have the data right now, this one is the data. Second is the your criteria, like in the basic filter I have the criteria is reason, but for the advanced filter we also have the criteria for on like for which we want to filter the data. All right, so first is your data, and second is your criteria, and third one is your location or destination, like on which place, on which sheet you want to paste the data. All right, so these three options are mandatory to apply the advanced filter. So I have the data, I have the destination or location on which here I can paste the data, but I don't have right now the criteria. So for using the criteria, let's say I use the same criteria I used in the previous one, which is the reason. So for using the reason criteria in the advanced filter, first of all copy your reason and I paste it here just to make the criteria, and I want the how many employees are working in suppose south region, let's say. So I copy from here and paste it here. Make sure your criteria should be similar from your table. You cannot type the region like this. All right, you have to make your criteria same as your table. So that's why I copied it from the table. So I deleted. Now I have all these things, data, here it is our criteria and the destination. Now I put the cursor in the table or in the data, go to the data tab, and here it is an option under the filter is advanced. All right, so for using the advanced filter, click on this option. Now you may see the dialog box has been appeared and they're asking for filter the list in place on which you want to apply the filter. So the table has been automatically selected because I put the cursor in the table, that's why. All right, so list range you can see the A1 to I25. I25 is what? I25 is your this cell. I is this column and 25 is this row. So the table has been selected, your list range, your data has been selected. Now the criteria, what is your criteria? So here first of all I have to delete this criteria and select our criteria. Criteria is this. Yeah, this one. So here I have selected the criteria. Now where I want to copy, here they are asking for the filter the list in the place. It means you want to apply the advanced filter in the existing list, but no, I don't want to I don't want to disturb the existing list. I want the data from the I want the data to the another location. So I select the second option, that is copy to another location. Now the third option is enabled. Now they are asking for the copy to where you want to copy the data. So I this select, I delete the old data and now I select the this destination for the advanced filter. Now click on OK. Here you have get the data. Our region was south, so you can see this all the employees who are working in the south region is has been pasted here. Now if you want to again convert the data as per your requirement, you can increase the column width. All right, so by using this advanced filter you can fetch the data from your existing table and paste to the another location. All right, so if you want to change the criteria, again you have to change from here east. All right, you have to delete this one because I don't want the south right now, and I use the same formatting option for the entire this one. Now I want the how many employees are working in the East
Your
region.
voice is missing.
All right. Hello. 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 Voice is audible or not?
Yeah, it is audible.
Okay, okay, thank you. All right. So now I want the East regions. Like I want to know the how many employees are working in the East. Again, I have changed the criteria. Go to the same data, advanced option, select the entire table, which is automatically done. Now the criteria has been changed. Now criteria is now the region and East. Make sure you also have to select the table, sorry, title of your criteria. That is region. And now I want the copy to the another location, and location for the second criteria is like this. All right, now okay, and here I have got the 6 employees. Let's say here it is 6. So 6 employees are working in the East region. All right, so this is very frequently used if you uh, are working in an organization and want to filter the data as per your requirement. All right. So I hope advanced filter, including the basic filter, has been clear to everyone. Now I am moving towards the next topic, that is date and time. Date and time basically it is very basic. Nowadays, most of the people is not using this formula, this particular formulas, because they usually type manually. They are not using the formula, but yeah, Excel is providing the formula for the date and time. So let's see what is this basically. So if you want to know that today's date, like today's date is 7th June 2020, and you don't want to write the date manually, just type the formula equals today bracket start and press enter. All right, see, equals today bracket start and bracket close, press enter, you will get the today's date, that is 7th June. Now if you also want the date plus time, including the time is around 11:38. So to get date including time, press equals, use now formula bracket close bracket start, press enter. So here you have got the data, sorry, date and time as well. Again, if you type the date and time manually, it will not change automatically as per your system time. But if you type the formula in the Excel, the date will automatically change. Can you please repeat the date and time function again? I mean, this entire Ramesh, again. Ramesh, please don't unmute your mic. You just put your query in the chat box. I'm repeating just. Okay. So for today, if you want the today's date, use today formula equals, type today bracket start and press the enter key, so you will get the today's date. Now to get the date as well as the time, equals now, you will use the now formula bracket start and press the enter key, you will get the date plus time. The time is it's 11:39. All right, now the second is formula is your day, month and year. See, if you have the data like this in this format, 1st July 2020, and you want to know the date, like the first one is what? One is month or one is date. All right. So to know what is one, what is July, what is three, in the second one there is three. So if you don't know the third one, third is what? So you can apply these formulas. Let's see. So use the day bracket start and select the serial number. They are asking for the serial number. So serial number means this date, bracket close and press the enter key. So you will get the one is what in one is day, because I have used the day formula. In the second option, if you want to know the month in this date, like if it is very clear to everyone that 14 is not, obviously it is not a month, so I changed the date here, and one, let's say. All right, so now 1 3 and 2019. So one is what, one is month or one is day? Three is what, three is month or three is day? So if you want to know three is what, again equals, press the month, use the month formula, select the date and press the bracket close key and enter. Now month, what month is what, the third is your month. All right, now if you want to know the year, again use the year formula, select the serial number, bracket close, press the enter key. So the year is 2018. All right, so these formulas are very basic and very frequently used in the Excel sheet. Now if you want to know the current date plus 5 days after the today. All right, so first of all you have to type the today's date, that is today option. So that today's date is 7/5/2020, 7 June 2020, and you want to know the 5 days after today. Like it is very easy, plus 5 and you will get the 12th June 2020. But how you can get it? By using the formula. So by using the formula, first of all you have to fix the criteria. Like here I have the criteria is I want to know the 5 days after, means plus 5 days. So I type here plus 5, or you can simply type 5. All right, so I have typed the criteria here. Now I'm using the sum formula. Sum formula is very basic. Select this key, this cell, plus this cell, your 5, and press the enter key. You will get the 12th June 2020. All right, now if you want to the 5 days back from today, so again you have to fix the criteria. Here the criteria is same 5, so I don't need to write the criteria again. Simply select the date, this one, and now I use the subtract key, subtract option, that is minus, and select the 5. You will get the 5 days before, that is the 2nd June. All right, so you can simply plus use the sum, addition and subtract formula on the date if you want to include in the day only. But what about if you want to know the 7 months after the current month? Like current month is your June and 7 months after the current month is your January. All right, not in January, I think. Yeah, it's January. So first of all I have to type the today's date. Today's date is 7th June again. Now I want the 7th month after the current month. So again I have to type the criteria. Hold for a second. All right. Now, so the current month is your June and I want the 7 months after the current month. So here I have decided, I will decide the criteria is your 7. Okay, is your plus 7 because I want the 7 months after. So here I will use the formula is E date. I have mentioned here E date. All right. So they are asking for the start date. Start date is this, comma, months. Months is 7 month. All right. Bracket close, press enter key. Now you will get the here the 7 months after the current month, that is your 7th January 2021. Okay, but what about if you want to know the 7 months back from the current month? Again, using the same formula, equals e date, start date is again today's date, comma, month is this. But if I press the same formula, if I use the same formula by pressing the close bracket and I enter the key, I will get the 7 months after the current date. But here I was looking for the 7 months before the current month. So what's the mistake basically? Because I have selected only 7 here, I have to select the -7 here. Okay, so for using, I have to decide the -7 criteria here first, and then use the e-date formula. Start date is this, comma, months is -7, bracket close, press the enter key. Now you will get the 7 months before the current month, that is your November 2019. All right. Now, if you want to add or subtract the years, here I have added and subtracted the months in days, but I want to add and subtract the in the years. So again, firstly, I have to type the today's date, 7th June 2020. Now I want the 10 years. Okay, so 10 years plus 10, and now I want minus 10. Okay, but make sure if you are asking or if you are looking for the years, you have to firstly convert the years in the months, because the e-date formula only applicable on the months, only applicable on the months. So if you want the days, you can simply add and subtract. If you are looking for the months, you can use the same formula e-date. But if you want the years, firstly you have to convert the years in the months. So I want the 10 years from the current year, that is 2020. So firstly I have to convert the 10 years multiplied by 20. So 10 years, so I will use the formula here. This is the current year multiplied by 12. So 120 months will be there after the 10 years. All right. Now I will use the same formula e date. Your current date is this, and now they are asking the months. That's why I have converted the years in the months. Now the months is this. Again bracket close. Now the years has been converted, is it is 2030. But now if you want to the 10 years back, if you want go to back 10 years, again it would be minus 120. All right, and use the same formula e date, bracket start date, comma, your months is now minus 120, bracket close, and here your year is 2010. All right, so how you can simply add and subtract in the day, in the month, and in the year? It is very easy if you know the formula and how to use it. All right, so once I clear all the dates, I will just see the chat box section. Let's do this, let's complete the this part basically. Now the second next, your formula is your network days and network international days versus date difference. So if you want to know the how many years in a how many days in a year, it is very easy. It's 365. All right, but if you are working in a company and your company is providing you Saturday Sunday off, and now if you want to know how many days you have worked for your company, all right, so we all know that 52 weeks are there in a month, in a year. All right, and your company is providing the 2 days, 2 weekend off in your for your job. So 104 will be your Saturday Sundays. It's very simple. 52 weeks are there and your company is providing the Saturday Sunday off. For example, Saturday Sunday off. So here I have mentioned the 104. Now you can simply use the subtract formula, this cell minus this cell, and equals is 261 days for your working. But what about if your company is providing only Sunday off? What about the other holidays like Independence Day, Republic Days, and other holidays are in there? If you want to know the exact working days, how many days you have worked for your company, this is 261 days is or is showing that except total days except the Saturday Sundays, but it is not showing that 261 that you have worked for 261 days for your company. If you want to know how many days you have worked, you will use the network days formula. Y equals network days, select this one by pressing tab key, and start date. Start date is what I have mentioned here, the years. Like in a particular year, I want to know the in this year how many days I have worked. So the start date of any year, so here I have mentioned the 1st January 2019, comma. Now they are asking for the end date. End date is what? 31st December, for an example, comma. Now they are asking for holidays. Holidays is in bracket. So if you have the list of holidays in your Excel sheet, you can just select the table, but if you don't have, you may skip the option of holidays. Bracket close, press enter key, you will get the 261. That is exactly same where here I have already calculated, because network days formula is automatically exclude your Saturday Sundays days. All right, but if you want to change the formula, like if you want to know the only Sundays, because your company is providing only Sunday off, and if you want to know the Sunday or the total working, you will have to change the formula. All right, before changing the formula, here I will use the again one more option by using the same formula. Network days, start days, comma, end days. Now what about holidays? Here I have mentioned the two holidays, let's say, but if you are having the more holidays in your Excel sheet, you can add on. So the Independence Day, Republic Day, where I have mentioned, because it may be possible that Independence Day is in your Saturday Sunday. Republic Day is, it is maybe possible that Republic Day is on your Saturday, or maybe either it is on Saturday or Sunday. So what we can do, we can just leave it up to the Excel will automatically calculate the as per your calendar. So here I will select the entire holiday tab, bracket close, press enter key. Something mistake. Let me check. I will just network days, start date is your this, comma, your end date is this, comma, they are asking for the holidays, and select the holidays, bracket close. Something mistake. Okay. F2. Select only this cell. Let's try for this. Yeah. Now what I have done, I will show you again. Equal sign, network days using the same formula. What is start date? Start date is your this, comma, end date is your this. And now they are asking for the holidays. Here I have two holidays for an example, and let's see, it may be possible that your Republic Day is in your Sunday, or Independence Day is in your holiday list. So bracket close, selected the, after selecting the holidays list, press enter key, you will get the 260. Because either of Republic or Independence is comes under in your either in Saturday or in Sunday list, because the answer is 260. Total working is 261, and if I subtract the two more holidays from the 261, I should get the 259. But here I have got the 260. That means the one day either Independence or Republic is comes under your Saturday or Sunday. All right. So Excel automatically manage the days according to your holidays. Now what about if you are working in some other company, and if you are working in some international companies, and they are providing, let's say, Monday and Tuesday off, let's say Wednesday and Thursday off. So you have to change the formula which I was talking earlier. So for using the, you will use the different formula, that is net worth international, this one, the second formula. All right, start date they are asking for, start date, again end date, end date, and now they are asking the next option is your weekend. Weekend, I press the comma and here the complete list of your weekend has been appeared. Now you can choose any of your weekend as per your company's requirement or as per your requirement. If your company is providing the Sunday or Monday off, you can use that second option. If your company is providing only Sunday off, so you can use the 11th option. So all these options are available here. If your company is providing Wednesday and Thursday off, so you can use the 5th. So let's say if my company is providing the Sunday only, so I can use the 11th. So I will type here 11. Okay, 11 here and comma. If another holiday are there, so yes, we have the two holidays are there, bracket close and enter key. So here it is 311. That means if your company is providing Sunday off only and two other holidays are there, Independence Day and Republic Day, total working days for your company would be 311. So that's why, that's what you can use the international formula, network days international formula, if you are working in some international companies and some different local companies. All right, for this sheet there is a last formula, that is date difference. Date difference is basically if you want to know the exact age of any person, like the date of birth of any person is 14th March 1991 and the today's date is 7th June 2020, and you want to know the how old he is in the total years, in total months, and in total days. All right, so you can use the date diff formula, that is date diff. So by, again, equals dat diff, date diff, bracket start. They are asking for nothing, but here I have to select the date of birth, comma, your today's date. All right, and bracket, sorry, again comma. Here you want to know how many years, so you have to select the inverted comma, press y in capital because you want to know the years. That's why you have to press the y in capital letter, make sure, and inverted comma close, double inverted comma should be open, and the bracket close. Press enter key, you will get the 29. That means 29 years old a person he is. Let's say he is the, it is the age of Ram. So Ram is now 29 years old. Now if you want to know how many months he is old, he is old of course 29 years, but how many months? So again using the same formula, date diff, bracket start, select the your date of birth, comma, your today's date, comma. Here I want to know the total months, so I will select M in double inverted commas. All right, in the years you will select the Y, in the months you will select the M in capital letter, bracket close, press the enter key. Now here the total months has been calculated, that is 350 months he is old. Now let's come to the it is very interesting formula actually, total days. If you want to know the total days of your from your date of birth, so you can use the date diff equals date of birth, comma, your today's date, comma, and now you have to write the what is your d, because you want to know the days in double inverted commas and then bracket close. Press the enter key, you will get the total number of days from your date of birth, that is 10,678. All right, so actually this is very interesting. You can also calculate your age in days, in months. Now let's come to, if you want to know the total age, you know the exact age, like in this format, 29 years, let's say 3 months and 13 days in this format. If you want to know your age in this format, you can use the same formula by different way. So here you want to know the years, again equals same formula. It is date diff your date of birth comma your today's date. Now if you want to know the years, the formula is same in the case of years. It's y and bracket close. You will get the 29 because the years would be same, of course. Now the months, here the 350 is calculated from your date of birth, but now here it will calculate it after the 29 years, because as I have told you here. So use the same formula, date diff bracket start date of birth comma your today's date comma. Now you want to exclude the years from the total months, so I will type here y plus am here. Make sure you have to type y and am in double inverted comma and then bracket close. Now Excel will automatically exclude the 29 years from this calculation. As soon as you press the enter key, you will get the 2 months. So your age is 29 years 2 months old. And now how many days? Again use the same formula, date diff bracket start your date of birth comma your today's date comma. Now what I have to do now, I will have to exclude the years and months as well. So automatically years will automatically exclude if you use the MD. So months will automatically excluded from this calculation, bracket close and inverted comma close and then bracket close. All right, and then press the enter key, you will get the 24 days. Now Ram is 29 years 2 months and 24 days old till date. All right, so this is all about the your basics part. Basically, how can you use the date and time function, how can you freeze the panes and use the filter option. Data sorting is also here, and of course the text. This is very interesting and very basics. Most of the people don't know how to manage their text in the Excel sheet. All right, so let's take a break for 5 minutes, and meanwhile I will just see the chat section and then I will discuss the second file. All right, so let's take a break for 5 minutes. Harpreet Kaur is asking select whole table and then sort by players, because players have colors, not other columns have any. Maybe that's why color. Yeah, it's maybe possible. Jyoti is asking, I request you please repeat the advanced filter if possible. Yes, I will repeat. Advanced filter. Okay. So first of all, for using the advanced filter, you have to make sure that just hold for a second.
Now it's not required. You have already done it.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Jyotsana audible. Okay. Date diff formula not showing in Excel command. Ramesh Sahu. Yes, date diff is not will not show in the Excel. You have to type manually. Yes, Harpreet. Make it sure to add. Yes, Harpreet, ma'am. You have to put the equal sign before the formula. Renu is asking for the kindly repeat add and subtract. Okay. Add and subtract the date. Okay. So now if you want to add the date, simply decide the criteria. Let's say I have decided the 5 days after the today, so you can simply use the sum formula, this one. So I have selected the today's date and plus 5, because the 5 is our criteria, and press the enter key. You will get the 5 days after the today, equals today's date plus, sorry, minus 5. You will get the 5 days before the today. In the case of months, you will have to use the different formula, that is e date. So e date, I will type here e date. Start date is your today's date, and comma how many months you want to get the data. Now I want the plus 7 months, so then I will select this 7 here, bracket close, press the enter key. So now you will get the 7 months after the today's month, current month, sorry. So current month is your June, your 6th month, and after 7th will be your your January. Now if you want to go back to the 7th month, use the same formula, equal sign, start date, comma. Now here make sure you have to select the minus 7, because you want to go the previous months. So I will select here minus 7, bracket close, and press the enter key. Now you will get the data from the November, of the Novembers. Now in the case of years, alright, you have to use the same formula, but make sure you have to convert your years in the months, because e-date only asks for the months. Let's see here, they are asking only for months. So if you want to get the data in the years, you will have to convert the your years in the months. So your start date is your today's date, and months is 120, because I want the data from the after 10 years, bracket close, enter. Now you can see the our result is showing that date is 2030. All right, now if you want to go back the 10 years back, e date, same formula, start month, comma, and minus 120. All right, so the answer would be 2010, because for the minus 10 years. All right, so now I will explain the further formulas in the our next file. It is your second file. Yes, this one. Now, as the basics has been clear to everyone, now let's move to the some technical part or some advanced function of the Excel. So start with very basic or very easiest formula. Here I have mentioned in the first sheet order of operation. So if you are doing